One of the top questions that I get is, what is the most important thing that I should be focused on right now when it comes to online marketing? Hi, I'm Amber Vilhauer, and during today's 4-minute fast track video, I want to talk to you about why it is so critical to focus on your positioning, securing market share, and collaboration. The competition online has never been higher as more and more of the population comes online to start a business and market online. If you want to know exactly how to attract in qualified buyers and grow your following, then get access to my free 40-minute training. The link is on the screen and in the comments below. The most important thing that you should be focused on right now when it comes to your marketing is proper positioning, getting market share, and being very careful about who you choose to align yourself with and collaborate with. Now, what does that mean and how does it apply to you? Okay, let's step back a bit. Right now, more and more of the population is coming online and the competition has never been higher, right? So everybody's competing for market share. Who's going to have the loudest voice? Who's going to have the biggest following? Right? That's really important to secure your positioning as a company. Even if you're a solopreneur and you're just starting out, yes, this applies to you. And especially if you're a more established business owner, this applies to you. You want to make sure that you have a secure position, right? You want to make sure that you have more of the market share, and you want to be careful now more than ever before who you choose to partner and collaborate with and align yourself with, because the world is divided and people are paying attention and they are making judgments, and those who are out of alignment, those who are not leading based on their core values and they are not in alignment as a company or as an individual, that will come back to absolutely bite you. So let's take this one at a time. I basically want you to sit down with a piece of paper. Yes, right now, this is the best time to integrate what I'm teaching you. Otherwise, it's going to go on a to-do list and we all know it's not going to get done, or it's not going to get done really well. This is really good stuff I'm telling you right now. So what I want you to do is get out a piece of paper and let's first talk about positioning. And what I want you to think about, and write down this in your piece of paper, I want you to ask yourself, what do I really want to say right now? What do I really want to say? What do I want to take a stand for, right? So in my company, NG Enterprises, which stands for No Guts, No Glory, I do one of 4 things. I build and launch websites. They're experiential websites. We've launched almost 1,000 of them by now. And we really believe in creating an experience with your website so that people develop a deeper personal connection with you, which is then going to help them convert into a sales conversation much more naturally. Okay. So we build websites. We do live streaming. Because live streaming is viewed more than 6 times over any other form of advertising and marketing out there. So when you're comparing it to like pre-recorded videos, or you're comparing it to a podcast, people will pay attention to live streaming and they'll pay attention to it longer. So we're all in with live streaming. I also do bestseller book launches. I also teach your team how to do all of your content marketing for you, your optimizing and your repurposing. Okay. Now, what on earth, like what's the common thread? What do I really want to say? Well, I stand for connection. Like at the end of the day, I believe it's all about relationships. I believe it is crucial to be present and to be fully in alignment, fully authentic. And basically, you are going out into the world through your marketing, your sales, your operations, people that you're meeting, networking, leadership, influence. It's important that in that platform that you have built for yourself, that you are using it for good. You're using it to really see people, hear them, value them, connect with them. So that's what I really want to say. I want to teach people to elevate every experience. That is something that I want to stand for. I want to stand for connection. So you'll see in the websites and the book launches and live streaming and in the marketing system, leverage to scale. In all of those things, connection and valuing others is deeply rooted into everything that I do. And once I became really crystal clear on my value set, well, now it was easier to secure my positioning online. I could easily see how my website service was stood out from all of the other competition, right? I don't even like that word, but just go with me. Even with my book launch campaign, there's lots of book launch managers out there, but knowing what I want to take a stand for, knowing what I believe in, what my value set is, that enabled me to have clear distinction and separation in the marketplace. Okay, so that's the first question that I want you to spend some time answering. What do I really want to say? What do I want to stand for? The second thing is when it comes to getting market share. Now we know our positioning. How do we get more market share, right? So the second thing that I want you to be asking yourself is, how can I get my message out farther and faster? Now that I know what I want to say, how do I get that message out farther and faster? Now, the way that I have figured it out, right, because this came out of total necessity for me. I was sitting in my office one day and I was like trying to write this blog post. It took me an hour. I'm trying to then write this long newsletter to my email list to keep them engaged. I'm like trying to figure out what I want to say on social media. I was all over the place and it felt like I was spinning my wheels, getting nowhere fast. And out of necessity in that moment, I thought, God, there has to be a better way than this. There has to be a better way. I think that a lot, right? As I really try to figure out the fastest way to do things without sacrificing quality, because quality is a core value of mine. It's really important to me. So for me, what I figured out is to record a batch of these pre-recorded tip videos. I do them several times a year and I'll do them in little batches. And what I'll do is I will repurpose those videos to make my blog post, to do my social media, and to do my email marketing. That way I have consistent messaging and positioning. I can optimize those content bits on all of these different channels from YouTube and Facebook and my website and Google, etc. And I can actually put that into a process that allows my team to do it for me. That's actually what Leverage to Scale is. That's where it all came from. My product, Leverage to Scale, teaches your team how to optimize and repurpose all of your content, usually starting from a pre-recorded video just like this. And I thought, now that's the better way to do it. That's how I can get my message out there farther and faster. And now one of the things that lights me up, which all goes back to my positioning too, is enabling business owners just like you, the little solopreneurs, all the way up to people already earning millions, enabling them to get their time back, to focus on what really matters, which are the conversations that you're having as a result of the content you're producing. So if I can get you to focus on a few batches of short tip videos, we actually teach our members how to do that in a very painless way, believe me, and I practice what I preach. I'm doing it right now. I will teach you the model. Then we can get your team to optimize and repurpose those videos to produce the rest of your content so your message gets out there further and faster. But the other thing I want you to do is tell your team the positioning that you did from the first question. What do you want to take a stand for? When your team really intimately understands your positioning and they have a system in place to be able to fulfill on that for you so that you get out there further, faster, that's how you get market share. I'm telling you. And that's what I want you to focus on: positioning, market share. The last piece of this is collaboration. Kind of tucked this in here into this video because it has never been more important that you really take a cold, hard look at the people that you are surrounding yourselves with. If you are in a mastermind, that's a collaboration. If you are in a small training group, if you're a part of an association, any sort of membership. Or, in my case, I align myself with several companies and their communities are referred to me for website development and Leverage to Scale and book launches and live streaming, right? So for me, I am holding my partners, my strategic partners, my collaborations at a very high standard. And if they don't meet that criteria, this isn't coming from a place of ego. I got very clear on what my core values are, and I must be in alignment with that. I need to be authentic and transparent to that excellence, that giving nature, right? All of these things are really important to me, and therefore, if I connect with somebody who doesn't have excellence as a core value, then there's going to be a conflict. And as their community comes over to join forces with mine, it's going to dilute and change the nature of my community, which is going to affect my market share and my positioning. So who you choose to align yourself with is crucial right now. And I really want you to identify what are the core values that are most important to you. And in my mind, those are non-negotiables in anybody that you are working with. And when you really understand this and when you really live this, you are going to experience a fulfillment and a freedom that you didn't even think was possible in business before. So that's what I think is the most important thing that you should be focusing on right now when it comes to your marketing. We talked about positioning, we talked about securing your market share, and we talked about collaboration. If you loved this video, there are so many more where that came from. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified when future videos like this become available. Definitely head over to leverage2scale.com. You can sign up for a super quick free demo that really shows you how your team can be doing the heavy lifting for you. So to free you up to focus on speaking, relationships, and high-level content fulfillment. And until the next video, I just want you to remember, no guts, no glory. I'll see you soon.